Morning, guys. Welcome to episode 8 of the Man Up podcast. It's been probably 3-4 weeks since the last one, and I apologize for that, and I'll go into reasons of why it is in shortly. Again, you can see that I'm doing this from the truck. I've got a meeting literally in about 25-30 minutes, and then a jam-packed day. So I thought I had a bit of time here. I promise you, and I promise you again, it'll get better. We'll start getting these up weekly, and we'll start doing them from the studio. Got guests waiting to come on. It's just finding a time, and not just a time. Like today, I've come on with no real setup or agenda or normally I have a bit of a structure in my head of what to do on these things, and normally I have some sort of plan of what I'm going to talk about. Today I needed to get stuff out of my head, which is why I thought, you know what, I'll just speak to the camera. As you guys know, I don't, as much as I love the fact that you're all involved and you message me and you like what I say, and I help some of you, and you help me. You guys help me more than you'll ever know, because this is my release to get this out there and get this out of my head and just into the camera. Whether anybody watched or not is another thing, but it's been a tough few weeks for my head. Now, anybody watching this, I don't want to worry about me, because I'm okay. And I've got good relationships. I enjoy what I do, but it's just been tough and draining, and I can't put my finger on why. I'm having a bit of a down spell where my weight is a massive thing on my mind at the moment. I don't know if I am, because I don't like the scales, but I feel like I'm getting bigger. I need to get back into the gym, and the only person I can do that is me. But it's finding that right. It's not even finding the right time, because excuses are bullshit. Let's be honest. It's finding the motivation to get back there. So I'm doing it today. I'm actually going in to rejoin the gym today to start training. I want to train every day, because it's affecting my mental health now. Because I lie in beds now, and I'm looking at my stomach going, you're just getting fatter and fatter, and people are going to leave you because you're fat, and it's just tough. The stuff I do anyway, the jobs and the businesses I do anyway are mentally draining anyway, but I thrive off that. That's not an issue, but I just seem to be constantly fighting battles at the moment. In everything I do right now, business wise, work wise, I'm never pleasing people. I constantly seem to be fighting and trying to defend. And look, you guys all know my team is the most important thing to me when it comes to business. And I'll always defend them, and I'll always support them. By the time you pick this person up, you're moving on to picking this person up, and you're picking this person up, and you're picking this person up, then you're moving to pick this person up, and it just constantly, it just never seems to be an end to it. I'm constantly worrying about other people's problems in my head, and that's my job. I get that, but then I'm sat there going, you're not looking after yourself. You're getting bigger, and my eating's been poor. I'm not, as you guys, I alluded before, I'm not a kitchen for like 2 months. So it's just been takeaway, and it's not good. And then my eating's not great, and then I'm not getting out enough, and it's just I'm been a rut at the moment, if I'm honest. And I just need to get it out of my head. I don't know, there's no reason for it. It's not that I'm unhappy in my relationships, because I am happy. It's just, I just got this cloud at the moment. I can't, I can be great. I can be in a room full of people, and people think, oh, he's in a good mood, he's loving life. But my head is saying something completely different, and I don't know, I'm struggling at the moment. I've reached out yesterday to I used to have in lockdown, I talked about in Miles Grant, I used to have a one-to-one session every week with a coach. I've reached out to him to see if that could be it. I've started making a plan on how to give myself some time to just unwind. I had a great weekend just gone. Went away for 2 days, enjoyed it, but still work on my mind. I don't know, it's just I don't know, I feel a bit bleh. You know, my daughter's going through a bit of a shit time in school, so I'm trying to help that. And it just seems to be a lot on my shoulders right now, which, look, I thrive off, and I take it, and I'm like, yeah, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more. But then sometimes you sit there. I'm not very good in my own head and my own thoughts and doing stuff, you know, for myself. You know, I put a shirt on this morning, it feels a bit tight, and I'm like, and, you know, I'm not sleeping very well. You know, I'm up every hour at the moment. I don't know what it is. So I thought I just need to get it out there and just seeing if anybody else is having those thoughts. You know, it can't. You know, we've had great weather, so it can't be that. I don't know. Every time I think that I've cracked it and I'm gonna be awesome, and the dark days and all those dark thoughts are behind me, something else it hits me out of nowhere, and it still to this day knocks me for six. I'm starting to read new books. I got a great book here that was given to me for Father's Day, The Mind Manual by Dr. Arledge George. I've started reading that. It's really good. Trying to put my routine back together. The problem I got is when I feel like this, as soon as I let my routine slip, I'm done. And it just knocks me, and I get cranky, and I get argumentative, and I get shitty with people, and I don't mean to be. But yeah, it's just been tough. You know, I got a holiday coming up in July, which I'm really looking forward to. Get away from everything for a bit. Yeah, it's just seems to be the same old every day at the moment, and I don't know. I just seem, you know, I've just done the deal of a lifetime. You know, got rid of something, one of the businesses, you know, and just, yeah, and I'm on cloud nine. I should be, but then I'm like, well, what's next? Now what do I do? Now that I've done that, what do I do next? And it just seems to be I need that something else all the time. And is that normal? Like, is that right? Is that okay? I don't know. It's me. It's how I've always been, and it's always I'm always gonna be. I think I don't think I'm ever gonna change. But yeah, it's just tough. It's just a tough time at the moment. Anyway, that's my little rant to get out of my head. Yeah, how are things with you guys? Do you guys feel like that at all? How do you cope with it? You know, how do you cope with it? How do you do things? Me, I throw myself into work, but then that causes issues in other relationships. So, you know, that's the key thing. How do you balance it out? It's tough. It's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one to think about. And, you know, when you're feeling this low and this shitty, how do you combat that? Do you mean? You know, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to smash myself into the gym and probably throw myself into more work. But, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? It's just, that's what I'll do, combat it. But yeah, you've got to look after your mental health, guys, because if you don't, you know, physical health and mental health, you know, somebody said to me the other day that I'm probably not going to make 80 because my lifestyle is shit. And that really hit hard, and I don't think I realize how hard it is. Now, I try and do everything I can right, but I struggle. Weight-wise, near on 20 years since I hit my back, I've struggled with my weight. Up and down, up and down, up and down. I don't know. Every time I think I'm making progress, nothing happens. You know, I just get knocked back, and it's tough. Do you know what I mean? It's tough to be a fat man. It is. You know, lockdown was the best thing that happened to me because I had more time on my hands to do stuff. And, you know, whenever I'm super busy, which is my own fault, by the way, I always seem to push back the healthy eating, and I push back the training, and it just seems to, again, knock me. And then, you know, yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. But the whole point is to move on, get it out my head, and fucking make a difference. Excuse my language. So, plan of action: rejoin the gym, train at least 4 times a week, minimum, every day if I can, every day. Start my routine early again, getting up at 5 o'clock, getting my day ahead, smashing things out the block, but finishing it at a reasonable time so I can spend the time with the people that I want to spend time with. That's the difference, I think, for me, doing that stuff. You know, I'm still, you know, only seeing my youngest daughter once a week because her mum's got anxiety issues. She, you know, she doesn't. The being away from her, she struggles with. So that's hard because every time I see her, she changes. My other kids are great. You know, I'm having some tough time. My daughter's having a bit of a tough time in school, but you know, I've sorted that. You know, but watching someone get that upset, it's difficult to watch. It's very hard to watch. But yeah, I just want to. Another reason I want to come on here and tell you is I just want you guys to realize you're not on your own. You're not on your own. You know, everybody has shit days. I'm sat here in a car park right now waiting for a meeting, and it's raining. But the rain is not. I actually quite like the rain because the heat's killed me the last couple of weeks trying to sleep. So I'm watching the rain and it's nice to see. Do you know what I mean? I think we all just need to take a step back sometimes and go, right, what's important to me? What do I want in life? Where am I going? Do I enjoy what I do? I 100% think I'm going to be massive changes coming up very, very shortly. Just because I've got so much to do and so much to give. I need to probably not spread myself so thin, and I need to really focus everything on one place. I think that's key. You have to have a goal. I posted something yesterday on the social media, Instagram and Facebook, about goal. Do you have a goal? Because I sat there yesterday when I posted that and thought, I don't have a goal. I don't have a goal right now. I don't have, you know, I don't have a weight loss goal, a business goal. I've achieved most stuff. I don't have one of them. I don't have a goal apart from getting up every day and going to work. That's all I have. So it's a tough one for me. So what's your goal that you have? And how do you monitor that? Do you get to the goal, smash it through? The perfect example, right, is we all want a summer body. I think of it every year and I never really get it. So we join the gym in January, February. We smash out sessions until about the summer. We go on holiday in the summer and then we dip. 90% of people that join the gym in January dip after they've had their goals hit. So how do you then make the next goal? Now my goal is not to be skinny. It's never going to happen. I've come to a point of I know it's never going to happen, right? So my goal in my head is to be healthy. So be fitter, get my stamina up, to live longer. I want to be 80, 90 and fit, and because I'll probably still be working then, if I'm honest. As much as I want to say I'm going to retire at 50, I'm going to retire at 60, I'll still have my fingers in some pies. It's just who I am. But I want to be fit and healthy doing it. I don't want to be the fat guy in the corner anymore or the fat man with the butt of the jokes. I want to be fit. I want my kids to be proud to say, that's my dad. That big mother over there, that's my dad. You know, I want my, you know, partner to be proud of how I'm in her arm and not embarrassed to shame me on socials and stuff because I'm a fat man. You know, there's something it's just something that, you know, I crave that. You know, and it's not like I crave acceptance because I've always been somebody that I don't give a shit what people think about me. I don't. I don't care. I don't care if they want to try and batter my character. It doesn't make a blind bit of difference to me. I don't care, right? What I care about is when people make up shit and lies about me. And, you know, I had it the other week. It wasn't very nice. Somebody made an accusation of me bullying. Never met this person before. Had a conversation via one email. And then apparently I'm a bully, and then, you know, it was taken as a serious complaint, which it should be in aspects, but without even having a conversation with me, and that absolutely battered me for about 3-4 days until it was rectified. That battered me because, you know, you spout out all this rubbish because you're angry about stuff, and if anybody that knows me and knows me well and speaks to me and seen the way I lead a team, and this wasn't a staff member, by the way, but sees the way I lead a team, see the way I care about people, see, you know, I what you see is what you get. I've never in my life done anything like that, right? And this was a simple email that I'd sent about a certain topic, asking them not to do it anymore, and then it just spiraled. And then when it was picked up by somebody else, rather than ask me my opinion, they then just more or less said it was going to be investigated, and that's it. And it's just, I think that's affected me. You know, do I have the same drive and passion for that particular business anymore? I don't know, because it just seems to be I'm taking 3 steps forward and then taking 10 steps back every time, and it's, you know, you're jumping through hoops and red tape, and you just can't just do what you want to do, and that's tough for me, because, you know, I'll give my all to everything, and I sacrifice family time, and I sacrifice time partners and that for something, and then when it's not, when you're getting nothing back, or you're getting nothing but shit back, what's the point? What's the point? Like, looking, you know, it's just tough. It's tough. It's a difficult situation to be in. Looking for a house. You know, that's my next goal. Buy a new property. That's key for me, because where I am at the moment is great, but it's too involved with work. I need somewhere just to get away to sometimes. I don't know. What do you do once you've hit a goal? Do you reset it again? Do you go back to a goal? What is it that's done? It's, you know, no, and it's a tough one, isn't it? Because once you've hit the goal, you've more or less done what you need to do. So ideally, but if you don't reset another one, you're going to go backwards, and that happens to me a lot with weight. I hit the goal, I get to the weight I want to be, I relax, my eating gets shit, I don't train, my head goes, and I'm fat again. And I'll always be a fat man. I get that. I'll always will. But I want to be a healthy fat man, if that makes any sense. It's quite funny, I know. The other thing is, look, I am pushing to do more with this channel, with podcasting. So if you want to know anybody wants to come on, or anybody you'd like to see, you know, I want real people. I want to speak to real people about their real problems, because, you know, the best episode we've done so far is the Abertrees one, and we had such a blow up with it because it was such a great, it was just 2 guys spitting shit and having a conversation, but about our feelings, and that doesn't happen very often. And as a guy, you're treated like you shouldn't have any feelings. You know what I mean? You know, we all talk about how you should open up, and men hurt too, and speak to them. That's not right in everyday life, because as soon as you start talking about how you're feeling, people get all uncomfortable about it. People get all uncomfortable about how you feel because they're not used to it. And you're the man, and you're the head, and you're the matriarch of the family, and you shouldn't have these feelings. You should just, you know, you criticize your shoulders, you just get on with stuff. And that's and as much as we can advocate and push for men to be able to talk, and all, it hasn't changed. It's the same as it was 2-3 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and I really want it to change, but it hasn't, because whenever someone tries opening up, they think you're weak, or they just don't want to know if you're a man as much as they do if you're anybody else. If you know, they just don't. And actually, this is controversial, and people will call me a liar, and people will say it's all changed, and all, that's fine. But if you are a man like me, and you start opening up about your feelings, you're either taking the piss out of, or you're not listened to, or they want to tell me why. And sometimes you can't explain why. Sometimes you don't know why you feel the way you feel. And then people think it's because, oh, well, you're obviously not happy. Well, that's not the case, because I am happy, and I have a lot of aspects of my life. You know, I'm happy in 99% of my life. I'm happy, but there's certain things, yeah, I can't explain. But we do shit because we have to do it. We do certain work because we have to do it. We do certain jobs because we have to do it. That's the question. That's the issue. But it is where it is. But anybody that says to me that a man can open up these days and it's all accepted, I'll call bullshit on it, because we are way off sorting this out. Way off. Right, sorry, short and sweet, but I thought I need to get my head out there. Like the socials, Man Up Podcast, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and soon to be TikTok. Let me know what you think of everything. Stay tuned. Spotify and Apple come in, and we got some great guests coming up. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.